Hey guys, this is Matt Brunet, creator of Animation Look Back and AniMat's Reviews, and it's time once again that we get into another big and beautiful round of updates. Now, before I begin though, I just want to have a quick little mention about what has been going on today, and honestly, yeah, things really did not look pretty per se. I think this is pretty much the time that not many people are happy nowadays, and this is especially caused with the election. No matter which side you're in, no matter who the Americans voted for, or anything like that, it really did leave a lot of people unhappy, and there is a little bit of a side of them that is filled with hate per se. And, you know, honestly, like, I did think about it, like, even after I did that, that little section in the animation podcast where I did talk about my thoughts on, like, Donald Trump winning and what everybody should do at this point. You know, honestly, I think one of the things that really did make people rather unhappy with what's been going on recently is that this is really something that did play with moral value. This is like the time when morality has seriously been tested, rather it be like it was the battle between, like, unity and everybody just fending for themselves, no matter what the case may be. And I'm not saying that, like, I am some people might find me to be, like, a pro-Hillary supporter. It's not necessarily that. Keep in mind, I do understand she has some serious flaws, and I am very well aware about, like, the nuclear war that she wants to go and pull up. But, like, to be fair, I mean, with the way that Donald Trump represented himself during the election, I mean, it would bound to happen with him as well, especially with his unpredictability. So either way, like, it did seem like a nuclear war would happen. That's why I feel like the lesser of two evils would just be Hillary Clinton. Like, she would just be the better choice, at least with progressiveness. And, like, at least that was my little say about it. Like, I've already established my thoughts a couple of times, especially in the animation podcast. But yeah, I do, but, like, the thing is, though, that especially with politics, even more than movies in general, it's the kind where people would just go after each other's throats just for a different opinion. And especially nowadays, we are in a time where people can get so easily triggered, like, just like that. Of course, like, I'm gonna make some people pissed off with what I want to say. However, like, I still want to hope that there is a bit of unity, you know, that we can still get together and that we can still have some moments that we can make each other happy. And I know that even as I'm doing this, even as when you are watching it, there are some people who are still not happy with the fact that even though it was a seriously tight race, Donald Trump ended up winning. There are some people out there who are still gonna fight in order to make sure Hillary Clinton would win. But yeah, like, overall, I just want to say, though, that I am still glad that I do have my freedom of speech and that I still have I still have a capability to pretty much say what I want to say, to speak out my thoughts, and hopefully there will be people out there who would listen. Now, some people may agree, some people may disagree, but that's the risk I'm willing to take. And even though, yeah, even with one of the highlights of the animation podcast where I would talk about Donald Trump, like, I could leave a lot of people pissed off with how I talked about America, or that it can be a really bad thing that Donald Trump won, and that the people who voted for him made a serious mistake. I know that. But, you know, I honestly would rather take these risks. I'd rather have people to provoke and make them think. I'd rather, like, try to implement those risks and actually do risk, like, having people provoke and, like, convey an emotion and to trigger than just play it safe. That, like, honestly, I'm the kind of person that if you just play it safe and lay low, you're not gonna go anywhere in life. So that's why I'm happy that, like, you know, I'm able to speak freely about my thoughts and I can go after it no matter what. So what if I'm Canadian? So what if I only talk about animation and politics is not necessarily known to be my specialty? If I have something to say, I'll say it. And I'm glad that I can, and I'm glad that people can listen to me. And if people have a problem with what I say, well, that's their problem, not mine. But anyways, okay, let's just take a break from that now, and let's go back to the updates that I do want to say. Kind of like the whole point of this update vlog. I just wanted to mention that little thing in the beginning, just to really clear the waves of like what's been pretty much been happening, and hopefully that we're still able to move on and, you know, just have some time of enjoyment, and hopefully I can have some time to go and make some stuff that will bring you some happiness. And the first thing that I do want to discuss, and this is the big thing about this, is actually regarding my Patreon. And this was something that I did think about for a little while, and I decided I wanted to do a little bit of renovation, specifically for the rewards that you guys would be getting. I have mostly been getting suggestions from friends and family, and I did listen, and I did decide to put it into consideration. So, what I did is that at the beginning of November, I decided to take effect onto these things, and you know what? I'm actually pretty glad with myself. So, now that I've actually done it, allow me to explain to you what I have done in terms of these updates. Alright, so the first reward that I decided to change is actually the one that basically everybody gets, and that is the $2 a month reward. For when you would pledge at least that amount, you would actually be able to watch my videos a day early. Now I decided to change that, and instead of just a day early, you guys would actually be getting 2 days early. So a video that I would normally post on Friday, you would actually get a chance to see it on both Wednesday and Thursday. And a video that I would normally put publicly on Saturday, instead of just releasing it on Friday on Patreon, you guys would have a chance to see it on Thursday and Friday. It's mostly because I want to have an extension of that exclusivity where you can pretty much see it before anyone else. So instead of just a 24-hour gap, you'll have a 48-hour gap. That's mostly the goal that I wanted to set with this. And so far, like, it is taking effect, and it's working out pretty well, you know? It's actually pretty nice that people can have a longer chance, and if any newcomers want to come in and make their pledge to see the exclusive videos, then, you know, they openly can, you know? It's actually pretty nice. So, and even actually, as you're watching this right now, I do have some videos on my Patreon that are up before that they are going public. So if you are interested to see what's going on in there, then you can pretty much go and, you know, just pledge $2 a month and, you know, have a chance to see my videos before it actually comes out on YouTube and stuff. Alright, so the next one that I do have is actually the $20 and $30 a month pledges. Now, those I decided to pretty much switch things around. So now, $20 a month, you would actually get the exclusive t-shirt and everything before it. And if you pledge $30 a month, you will actually get the Photoshop commission and everything else before it. Now, the reason why I decided to switch all this is because the Photoshop commissions, they usually take a good amount of time. Like, I would probably need a few hours just to devote myself to, you know, make the drawing and then spruce it up onto Photoshop, add in the colors and the shading and all that kind of stuff. And then, like, just, you know, show it to the patron who'd requested, and then post it on my DeviantArt. Like, that's basically the whole goal that I wanted to do with that. And because it's a lot more time consuming than just delivering an exclusive t-shirt, that's why I feel like the $30 a month should be more honorable, should be a lot bigger. And I feel like the Photoshop commissions, like, they're probably a bit more sentimental for the patrons because, you know, they're the ones who are requesting it, and my goal is to pretty much bring that to life with a drawing. So hopefully I can deliver on their promise and hopefully do it well in my style. So that's pretty much the whole reason why I wanted to do the Photoshop commissions, make it a bigger pledge, because I know that is something that it means a lot more. And then finally, there is a big one. Now, the biggest pledge that you can go on my Patreon is $100 a month, where you can pretty much ask me to review anything that you want. It doesn't just have to be an animated feature. It doesn't have to be just an animated feature. And so far, people have been requesting me. There's a lot of anime reviews that I've done, especially with Holic, Death Note, and Hellsing Ultimate, and also Ruby. But there's also like TV series and live action movies and all that kind of stuff. But now I decided to make a bigger pledge than that. Something far bigger, that this was actually demanded by people that they would like to have. And this is going to be the ultimate pledge, the biggest one, which is $200 a month. Now, what happens when you pledge $200 a month? Well, I will tell you. Now, at that point, if you pledge $200 a month, you can literally ask me to do anything. This point, there is no more limitations. I did put in the guidelines on my Patreon that there are some limitations about what I would do, but at that point, if you ask me to if you do the $200 a month pledge, then I'm gonna legitimately do anything that you ask, and I'm gonna review it. And with that said, though, if you do keep that $200 a month pledge, like if you decided to stay after my review is done, like your requested review, then you are actually allowed to actually ask for another review. So you can ask me to review something again and again and again, as long as you stay on that $200 a month pledge. I know it's a bit pricey, but this is something I decided, you know what, let's do this. And I mean, like, this is kind of like an ultimate dream for like many people, that they can ask me to review whatever they wish and they can do it again and again. So that's why it's pretty much like on a big price. That's why like I decided to set it up high. So if you really are devoted, not just like in asking me to do requests, but also seriously that devoted to support my work, to really move forward, to see like my videos get bigger and bigger, then this is the ultimate goal that you can do. So yeah, that's basically all the new things that are going on Patreon. And if you guys want to go and show some support for me, like to pledge on my Patreon, then all you have to do is go to patreon.com/animat, and you can pretty much get some awesome rewards. It's not just these, but you can go on patreon.com/animat and you'll see plenty more great stuff that I do offer. Like, I didn't even mention like the credits, exclusive vlogs. You would also get like some time to actually chat with me, and many more. So yeah, you could get down to it. So technically it's for a good cause, and I guess a cause that's as good as it gets. I ain't no Salvation Army, I know, but still. But yeah, like, you'll get a chance to help me out and, make this a lot more awesome, both for me and for you guys. And, yeah, hopefully, like, I do my best for you guys to have a great time on my Patreon. So, with that said and done, the next thing that I do want to talk about, there isn't anything else that I would say regarding my videos in general. So far, things are going very well with Animation Look Back Looney Tunes. The pacing is going very well, and I'm really glad that everybody is highly enjoying it. And, it really does make me glad that everybody did notice the homage to the Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner movie. That actually really does make me happy. Also, the AniMat's reviews, things are going fine with there as well. Things are going well in schedule, and thank God that I finally got off the break from like the emptiness of October, so now I can get back into actual AniMat's reviews and do real reviews of movies and stuff like that. Also, like, honestly, there isn't like too much to report. Things are going well with the Muppet vlogs. Things are going well with Animation Look Back, with AniMat's reviews and stuff like that. But this time, this is more to mention about the other things. So, recently, I actually did learn something regarding the AniMat fan club. And on there, I was actually informed that we have actually reached the point where there are now over 1,000 members on the fan club, and that actually is really exciting to know that, that people would want to jump in and just, chillax and have fun just talking about animation and stuff like that. It really does make me feel great. But most importantly, I just want to congratulate to the people who are in charge in there. I want to congratulate to Caleb, and I want to congratulate Devin and all the members of the AniMat fan club to really make it like this great community on social media. This is not just to celebrate me, but this is also to celebrate animation in general, to have like a little hub where you can like be free and talk about your interests. And it doesn't even have to limit yourself to just me and animation. Like sometimes video games, sometimes like how your day was going and all that kind of stuff. It's a place where, like AniMat fans and animation fans can gather together, just go and have fun and be free. So it is a great place to see that, things are going very, very well, and that it's actually substantially growing really nicely, actually. So I just want to give a major shout out, and if you guys are interested to see what the AniMat fan club is all about, then you could pretty much check in the description below. I'll put in a link. And the next shout out that I want to make is actually to an awesome cousin that I have, Kelly. And the reason why I want to mention her is actually because on my birthday, we actually decided to get together and work on this fun little project that I actually enjoyed doing, that I also worked a bit on the writing as well, is a video called 10 Problems When Gaming with a Rookie. So rather if you be a hardcore gamer more like myself, or if you're more of a little casual gamer, kind of like Kelly in the video, then I highly recommend you go check it out. It's actually a lot of fun and, just definitely great. I honestly had a wonderful time doing it, like just executing like these little comedy sketches, and I feel like this is a great exercise for me to work out on my comedic talents in a way. And, like not just that, but also cooperating with other people. Because usually, most of the time when I work on these videos, it's like I mostly do it solo. Like, most of the things that you see, I don't really have a clue. Not a clue. I don't really have a clue. I meant to say that I don't have a crew. Like, I'm more of a one-man band where, like, I pretty much set everything up myself. And, well, so far, for the most part, I am doing well on it. But, yeah, no. But the thing is, working with Kelly on this, it definitely was a lot of fun, and I just want to give her a shout out to that. And on top of that, I also will mention that you should actually not just check the video out, but go and subscribe to Kelly's channel, which is called Holtzy's Hangouts, where she's actually more of a vlogger in a sense, where she wants to talk about like what's been going on with her life, just having fun, doing challenges with her friends, and lately she has been doing some sketches as well. Another video that I want to mention that she actually did really work hard on, and it actually has a really good message. It's called Fight Your Monsters, Anxiety and Depression Slam, which is made more as this entire elaborate sketch where like she would play Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with like this message about fighting with anxiety and depression. So I highly recommend that you go check it out, but also to go and subscribe to Kelly and tell her that AniMat sent you, It would be a nice little thing to do for her. And anyways, that is pretty much it in terms of the updates. Yeah, I'll be honest, there really isn't much to say other than like the Patreon thing, but that's pretty much all there is. But now it's time that we go into the Q&A. And the one thing that I want to mention about the Q&A is that every time I do these kinds of update vlogs, I always end it off by answering 5 questions that you guys would ask me, whether it be on social media or in the comment section. And if your question does not get answered here, well, don't worry, better luck next time. So I'm just going to start things off right here, and oh god. Oh, good god. Oh man. Okay, no, it's just, sorry guys, it's just that I'm looking right here, and like it's just iOS 10 did something new with the emails and stuff like that I've pretty much gathered all the questions and like put it in here. Yeah, they did, like, honestly, like the way that it's assembled, I can't just open it one at a time. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Hopefully I'll work with it, but anyways, let's just get things started, and we will ask from Brian Griebel, and he asked, do you watch Once Upon a Time, and if you do, what do you think of it? Honestly, no, I do not. And honestly, I actually do have a lot of friends that actually do watch it, and it is up to the point where I can't just immediately jump into the series and like try to figure out what's going on. It's really from what I've heard, it's actually really complex, and they even tell me that the seasons nowadays, they're not really as great. So like I would have to like at this point I have to like take a lot of time to start from the very beginning and just go from there. But for me, honestly, I don't know if I really want to watch it, because I might have said this before, but Once Upon a Time for me feels like the serious live action reboot of the House of Mouse, because like this is meant to be like all the fairy tales just coming to like kind of coming together to tell this action-packed story. But since it is Disney, they're pretty much involving a lot of well-known like Disney characters coming in as well, rather it be with Anna and Elsa or Merida or Mulan or whatever. It's starting to be confusing, and it's even gone to the point that it's sounding like fan fiction. Like there was at one point I stumbled upon one of the beginnings of Once Upon a Time, like when they would mention like previously on Once Upon a Time, and like apparently they made a shipping with Mulan and Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Like now it just sounds like they're just taking their scripts from fanfiction.com. Like I don't know, it's starting to be weird. If you like the show, that's definitely great. More power to you. It's just for me, I don't know if I can really get into it, to be very honest. It sounds weird, really. Alright, so anyways, moving right along. And, alright, so, with that said, I'm just gonna go right over here. And the next question comes from Brendan Jones. And, he asked, do you hate Demi Lovato? Hold on a sec. I just need to do a little bit of research, actually, who Demi Lovato is. I know she's a singer, but, hold on. Yeah, Demi Lovato. Okay. Honestly, I would say no, to be honest. Like, let's see. She did a version of Let It Go, or... Honestly, what the fridge am I talking about? Because, I don't know why I have to do this extensive research. Because, honestly, like, she's a singer, and, you know, songs and stuff like that, like, modern songs, especially, they're not necessarily my forte. I'm sure I have heard of a Demi Lovato song, but I don't really hate her. Like, you know, honestly, I don't, like... It's not really my field, and I can't really say anything bad about Demi Lovato. She does look like a pretty girl, I will give her that. But I don't know, like, you're asking the wrong guy regarding music and stuff like that. Like, keep in mind, I'm AniMat, not Todd in the Shadows. Okay, so anyways, moving right along to the next question. So, we got right over here, hold on, actually, there we go. Okay, so... we got right over here, and this is coming from Niall Williamson. Niall Williamson. Williamson. There we go. And he asks, will you ever show your DVD Blu-ray collection? Well, on one hand, you actually do see it, like, all around me so far, or at least this is just actually part of it. But on the other hand... you know, honestly, like, this is actually something that I have actually considered, to make one video to completely be devoted to just showing my entire DVD and Blu-ray collection. But, you know, honestly, this is actually a question I want to ask for you guys. Would you actually be very interested to have, for me to actually make a video to show you my DVD and Blu-ray collection? That's what I want to know from you guys. Would you be interested in that video? So if yes, then that'll definitely be something that I will consider in the future. If not, well then, well, you can see it from here. Alright, so anyways, moving right along to the next question. We're gonna go right over here, and we got this is coming from Underarch Duke 9, and he asks, God, how high can your voice get? That's actually a very good question, and I will say, I don't know, pretty high, I must say, actually pretty high. No, but yeah, like, I do understand that my voice pitch is actually a lot more higher than usual. In fact, that's more the thing, is that even though my voice doesn't necessarily coordinate with my age per se, you know, I still appreciate it. I still work with what I got. So, yeah, I could say, as you guys have heard, it can actually go really, really high, but hopefully I'm still using the best of it, and I don't know, with a unique voice like mine, I could go into voice acting. I mean, like, I am trying, so let's see where I can go from there. But anyways, that's actually four questions asked. So let's actually do one more round. We got one more left. Let's see. Let's hope for the best. What do we got here? So this is actually going to be coming from Afro Otaku. And he asks, hope I'm not too late for a question. Well, no, you're not. You're just in time. What are your thoughts on a theory that Kubo and the Two Strings is a spiritual sequel to the Tale of the Princess Kaguya? You know, honestly, I never thought of that. I have honestly never heard of that theory, but I never thought of it, and I can definitely see some of the connections, I would say, because keep in mind, with you know, with the tale of the Tale of the Princess Kaguya, or the Tale of the Bamboo Princess, I think that's the original story that was based on. Like, they would talk about the people from the heavens, like the higher ups, especially with Kubo's grandfather and his evil aunts, and even his mother in a sense. It does have a bit of that spiritual story, but, you know, come to think of it, I don't know if it really does. You know, honestly, come to think of it, I'm not 100% sure if it really does have a connection with the story. But the thing is, with Kubo and the Two Strings, it does such a phenomenal job taking a Japanese, pretty much taking the theming of Japanese lore and, you know, a Japanese background, like taking these folk tales and incorporate that as their style of storytelling, and, you know, making this epic adventure out of it. So that's mostly the big thing with Kubo and the Two Strings, is that it really does encompass the Japanese theme so well that it does have a bit of a feeling that is more reminiscent to some of the other Japanese stories, like the Tale of the Princess Kaguya. So the theming is definitely there, but I don't know, I would probably have to do a bit more research onto this theory about many of the connections with the Tale of the Princess Kaguya and with Kubo and the Two Strings. I don't know, but, you know, they both did such a phenomenal job, especially with Kubo and the Two Strings, making it especially Japanese themed. Like, the people at Leica really understand their craft, and they really pulled it off well. But anyways, that is pretty much it for this update vlog. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for your great support, even during some dark times like these. And don't worry guys, there are a lot more great videos to come that you will definitely not be disappointed. And on top of that, Like, don't forget there are plenty of other places that you could find me, not just on DeviantArt and not just on YouTube, but also you could go on my Facebook and you can go on my Twitter. Everything is in the description. And if you guys want to go and support my work and you want to get some awesome rewards and those new rewards at the same time, then all you have to do is go to patreon.com/AniMat. And don't forget to check out some of the other stuff. Don't forget to check out the AniMat fan club on Facebook, and don't forget to check out Holtzy's Hangouts. And just for the sake of supporting not just me, but also for my family. Well, my whole family, at least. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see you later, dudes!